Hey guys, it's Coach Carissa.
And Coach Time.
And we are just tuning in today because really quickly we wanted to touch on movement. So we know like the gyms are closed, there's quarantining, so everybody is physically distancing themselves from one another. So it makes it very hard to stay accountable.
Because I'm trying to get in there, right?
I'm not going to do this with you. So it makes it very complicated to stay accountable to going to the gym or staying active. Y'all don't want to know what's happening here. So we were just going to kind of touch on movement today. Because honestly, we can get really stir crazy. And with us being in the house, it's also a lot easier to gain a few pounds. And so we know that, the biggest thing that we wanted to touch on is what are some things that you can do to go ahead and limit that possibility of gaining like too much weight or getting completely out of your routine to where when it's time to get back in the gym, you're so far removed that now you're like starting over.
Or if you're just complacent and it's somewhere you want to start, this is a good place for you to be able to at least start to do something.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we want to give like a list of activities that you can kind of try from home. And so these are some, I guess I would say like inspiring movement options for different types of like energy levels.
Right.
It's different time restraints, different types of fitness, and it's kind of looking at it like, okay, what does my body want to do today? I want this to come from my body and not my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, what do I feel like? How intense do I want to be? Do I have energy I feel like I want to burn off? And so we would say that the biggest part of this is making sure that your movements are pleasurable.
Yes.
And not anything that's like crazy or strenuous, no
or
type
painful.
of militant exercise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just about how can I just feel pleasured and released during this time? Because realistically, I don't think we really realize that like all movement really counts. When you're doing anything for a consecutive period of time, hell, even cleaning. I know I clean so strenuously that it's like,
oh my gosh, that's a workout in and of itself.
So when you're doing anything for these like consecutive and consistent periods of time, you're gonna technically get, that heart rate moving, and that's the goal, is to get at least 5 minutes a day in with some type of movements. So I know I have a couple in mind that are like, what are some of the ones that you like to do to get you moving?
My stretching, just a basic stretch, stand and stretch, get on the floor, kind of just stretch your legs, stretch your back, kind of thing. That's my favorite one, is stretching. Yeah, definitely.
I like ideas like doing some Zumba. I like to get moving, I like to get the music. I like to feel it and kind of radiate out of my soul, my body, my spirit, okay? Awaken my inner animal. So I like to do a little Zumba.
Can't you see me doing Zumba?
I could see you trying.
Trying, exactly. Like trying.
So I think that works as one.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you thinking?
I'm thinking sex. You can...
If you're quarantined with a significant other.
Yeah, you can definitely do sex. That is more than enough movement.
And it is a workout.
Mm-hmm. And then gardening.
And with these times, I think probably all of us need to pick up gardening, because at this rate, I'm only going to be able to eat the corn and the basil in my backyard.
Seriously. Well, at least we know that it'll be GMO. Okay.
Non-GMO.
Non-GMO. Yeah, at least we know that it'll be non-GMO if we're growing it ourselves. And Pilates is another one. That one is still around. Yeah, so people are still doing the Pilates.
Speaking of still around, I still hula hoop. I like hula hooping.
Yeah, hula hooping is good.
It's good for my core, and I like my nephews. I was like, TT, can you do that thing that's like this? And it's like his version of it. But it's like, I love the whole hula hooping concept.
The only thing I don't like about it now, they just don't make the hula hoops the way that they used to. I mean, they used to make them really, really heavier. And now it seems like they're so light, you have to put in more work to do it.
You got to get the ones with water, because mine has like the water in them. Yeah, like the water, like the heavy beads.
Okay.
So those are the ones.
Yeah.
I would probably say another one, kids. Like playing tag. It's like a good one. Is they're home, clearly they need to burn off some energy. You need to burn off some energy. Playing tag, or even like hide and go seek, because it's like you've got that 10 seconds or 20 seconds to like get to where you need to go as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So it's incorporating that quality time, that activity.
Yeah.
But then you're also like getting to exert some form of energy. You're really killing two birds in one stone. So for everybody with kids, I would say that's a really good one too.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
If you want to, and these kids, they find some really good hiding places in the house.
They do.
They are just so creative and imaginative, where they like literally have the best hiding places ever.
Yeah, or the hiding in plain sight, like today. My nephew's like hiding behind a pillow. My niece was like in a cabinet. I'm like, why are you in the bathroom cabinet?
Right, yeah.
They're like hiding in between the shower curtain liner and the shower curtain. It's like, I see what you did there.
That creativity.
Right.
That creativity.
So it's like, it's a mental exercise too.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let me find Waldo over there running around like a madman.
Which leads to stair climbing, because if they're upstairs, then you got to go upstairs and you got to find them up there. Or if you go downstairs, you find them there. Or you can just go up and down the stairs if you have some. Or what's the old rule of thumb? With the elevator, you walk up 3 flights, you take the elevator down or something like that.
I have no idea.
Yes, old school rule of thumb. But instead of taking the elevator, 3 flights, 3 levels, you walk up 3 flights of stairs.
Really?
And it's like some old rule.
See, I love the stair climbing, the stair hopping, because I'm the type of person that actually likes to be in the gym. I enjoy working out. And I like, the gym I go to has the stair machine where you literally are just climbing stairs and going. So being in the house, it's good because then I can intentionally just be going up those stairs, still building the back of my legs so I don't have that cellulite, and helping to, get a little bit in the glutes. But then also the stair hopping. If your stairs are thick enough, not all stairs have like enough room for you to hop.
Yeah.
So if it's safe, like the stairs in my townhouse are really steep.
They are.
So I can't, but like if I'm here at my mom's house, I can actually do stair hopping, and that helps me, just in general. And everybody knows that there's benefits to that anyway. But I like that as a viable option.
Yeah, that is a viable option.
Jump roping. I'm still a jump roper.
I can still jump rope.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like jump roping.
It's not cute, but I can still jump rope though.
It's still cute when I do it. So I can still jump rope too. But I love it.
so stiff. Like, what is she doing?
You be stretching a little bit more.
I need to stretch some more.
But that could be a good one for the kids too, because honestly, we should probably like go to the store and get some ropes and probably do it with like my niece, because we could try to teach her how to like jump rope.
Yeah.
Like nowadays they do like just only the one
The
rope. We did that
rope.
to like
Yeah.
5 while we were just double
Doing the
dutching
double
in the
dutch.
street.
Yeah,
It's
I've
like
seen that.
I've never seen the
kids
South
doing that. Yeah.
at all actually.
Yeah.
Do they double dutch in the South? If you're in the South and you
Let
have
us
kids,
know.
tell us, because I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. I mean, it's real common up there up north where we're from, but I have not, no, I don't see any kids, I don't see any girls down here.
Double dutching
Doing
at
double
all.
dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still see like boys in the street like hooping and everything. But I really I don't think I've ever seen any girls doing double dutch.
Yeah, and I've been down here for 10 years now, and I don't think I've seen it either. I know they still do it. I just haven't seen it down here.
Down here, yeah. That's what we could probably do.
If you got,
and try like
if we have somebody in the South, let us know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say another one, of course, lifting weights. Probably the most like common sense kind of one. But if you have free weights, I've noticed a lot of people like on social media posting like, did you notice all the free weights are gone? Especially like people who were at Five Below before they were closed and everything. So clearly that is one that people had a very common idea about. It's like, let me get some weights and work it at home. Oh, actually using it.
Right.
But obviously, free weights is a really big one.
Yeah, and I have the 1 pound weights. And so, it's a little something,
What, you working at your fingers?
I'm working out my fingers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working out my fingers.
I got that 1 pounder.
I think I got it from Five Below.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so you got little ones you could do with it. But if you just take it and go behind the head and stuff, those things are heavy.
The 1 pound?
Yes.
Okay. Good, baby.
I am not a weightlifter.
Okay, I
obviously.
See you. Okay, get toned now. You gotta get toned. Okay. I support it. No judgment here. I just didn't know they made 1 pound.
But yeah, they do make the 1 pound ones. I have those. Yeah, okay. I do. And then the yoga. Yoga, yeah. Now I do the yoga. I am not one that do the pretzels, like I don't, know how to do all the, turning it, but the basic ones.
So like I'm a level 1.
Yeah, level, maybe even a level
Level
2,
2, okay.
because I could do the root chakra ones where you stand up on the hand and, you know, put your body up in the air. You know how you put your butt in the air. And
But you're lifting 1 pound weights.
But I'm lifting 1 pound
Okay.
weights.
I lift my whole body, but I'm gonna lift 1 pound weights. Okay, girl.
And then tired, okay? So yeah, the yoga, I can that one I think is my favorite, because I can really feel the stretch and the pull when I'm done, and I just feel so much more serene and so much more relaxed. But yeah, I feel like I've done some serious movement, like some good movement with it. So,
yeah, same. I love my yoga.
Yeah.
And
again, it doesn't have to be strenuous. You know, you don't have to do all the pretzel and all of that stuff. They really do have some very simple poses that you can do.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I do. I have my specific ones that I love to do. I incorporate that with my stretching. I do yoga generally as a part of my every morning routine, but I like to do everything at the top of my day to kind of set myself for the rest of my day. So it's like that's when I do my prayer, my meditation, my stretching, my yoga to kind of set my tone. And yoga is definitely a good one because my Fitbit is like, oh, you did 20 minutes of movement today. I mean, 20 minutes of activity, which means my heart rate was in a certain zone. So it kind of confirms, like, you know, that's helpful.
That's good.
I would say the next one would be YouTube. YouTube. There are a ton of workouts on YouTube. There's so many people who are just doing at-home ones too that are actually really good. I like the ones where they're like, okay, we're doing the reggaeton today, and you're gonna learn how to do this, and you do the movements like that. And it's like, I like those because I need to stay mentally engaged. It's also why I love kickboxing. Like, I like things that's gonna like do my mind and my body together versus just, okay, 1 rep, 2 reps. Like, I need full interaction. So I would say that that's a gym that I've noticed a lot of people really don't use. I know the apps are really common, that people are like downloading the apps and kind of doing it that way. But honestly, YouTube is a really good way to go.
YouTube is really good. I have gotten some really good yoga poses off of there. I've gotten some good meditations off of there. You know, because that was something that we were talking about earlier, how you can use meditation as a form of exercise. Oh, the mental rehearsals, and that's a technique that we teach in coaching on how to exercise mentally, where you are literally exercising. It's athletes use this like it's a real thing. So
I think we should probably do a session on that.
I think we should too. Yeah, I think we should too.
Because it is a thing, like and especially using it in coaching sessions specifically for like the weight loss programs, it's one of the biggest parts that's implemented in there. And it is, I've found it, I'm not going to say even like crazy or mind boggling, but I was really impressed by the number of people who were like, oh, I'm even sweating. Like,
literally.
I've
had some of my clients to say that. Like, they were so involved in it. I had one client that said she was pretending like she was Jackie Joyner. And so by the time she was done, she like had sweat pouring off of her, and you know, that whole thing. Because it's a technique that is actually used. I think like Tiger Woods, you know, is one of them that uses it. But there's actually football players, basketball players. Like, it's a real thing.
It is. It is actually a real thing. I like it. It would be
nice for us to touch on that.
But I think we should. We'll do one, guys. So we're really actually on the lookout for that, because we can actually host one. Probably do it as like a Zoom or a live where everyone can kind of tune in and just learn how to do it, and we'll just walk you through it. So it's like all you have to do is participate, like on your end. You don't have to be seen or heard. You just get the opportunity to participate. And I think we really should, because honestly, you will get a workout. Seriously. And then just learning the layout for that can really go a long way.
I agree. And you know what? I just thought of another one. If you and I have one, I got it for the cardio because I didn't want to lose weight particularly. But I stopped using it because it was defeating the purpose. But spinning, you know, if you have an exercise bike, you know, they talk about the spinning is what they call it now, instead of calling it an exercise bike or whatever. But that's another good one. You could just get on there for 5 minutes. I usually, you know, when I would get on there, I would put my little YouTube up on the stand and just sit there and set it for like 12 minutes. I think that came out to like 4 miles or something. So
really?
12 minutes. Yeah. So that's another one. If you know, have that at home and that's something that you can do. It's not strenuous. You're not out of breath. You're not sweating. You're doing it at your
It's
own
just good
pace.
activity.
It's good
Okay.
activity. Yeah. So I would say spinning is another one.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
those. And I guess from there, it's just kind of like, what movements would be fun to do with others, especially if you're quarantined or sheltered in place with other individuals. It's that accountability that typically keeps us successful at the gyms and outside of there. What can we incorporate together that we can do that's going to help us be more accountable, have that support, and more likely to go ahead and tackle that just 5-minute workout session every day. Or think of it like, what's something I've always wanted to try that I've never tried?
Yeah.
Like, I've wanted to learn Tai Chi. So maybe I'll go on YouTube and look up Tai Chi. And I'll sit there like doing some Tai Chi videos.
And I went out there and I looked up Tai Chi and tried it, and I missed something. I don't know what the heck happened, because it's something I really wanted to get into, because I heard it has so many
benefits
to it. So I went out there. I'm like, that's something I really want to learn how to do. And I don't know what I did.
It's like when you're just like, oh, I want to learn how to play a piano, and then you get out there and you learn those, and it's like, I did not want to learn how to play piano.
Yeah.
Like, at least you took a chance to get on that before. It's like, I'm going to invest in becoming a black belt, and then you realize, like, I'm never.
No, maybe that wasn't for me.
It wasn't for me. I like the idea of it more than the action. So just that's a good one. Just start there and see, is it something that you've ever wanted to learn?
Yeah.
And just do it.
Yeah.
But I think that the biggest thing is, realistically, this is an invitation of sorts, I would say, to play and to decide, what's the pleasure that I can experience in my body while contributing to my own health and aliveness.
Exactly. And definitely to just, again, this is something to have fun with. You just want to have fun with it, and you just want to be able to just take it all in and to have some kind of movement, like you were saying, with us being so stagnant and just kind of sitting still, and and working from home. Again, we did that one last week, and you're working from home and you don't get up and you don't stretch and you don't move enough, and so I think that movement is definitely one of the top ones, and you can just be creative with it and just do it, have fun with
or just really just find that way to connect with your kids in a new way, or connect back to your own inner child. That's a big thing. It's like, okay, these times are tough and they are so stressful, and maybe it'll do me some good to be as, I guess, carefree as a kid. Like, just remembering that, like, we're so caught up in just the work or the lack of work and everything that's going on with this pandemic, and then the kids are home and everything's been shifting. It's like, you know what, just take the time to say, even for this moment, I'm going to be as carefree as a kid. I'm going to connect back to my inner child just for a few minutes. Your mind will thank you. Your body will thank you. If you have kids and you decide to participate with them, I'm pretty sure they will thank you.
Oh, they will thank you. And it goes back to like we were saying earlier with the jump rope, where you can jump. That's something that we all did, as a kid, was to jump, and the hide and seek, and the other the tag, that you were talking about earlier. All of that kind of takes you back into your inner self.
It does.
And even, an old school one, hopscotch. If you want to do something outside the house, and take a piece of chalk and just draw it in the back, and
grab the rock, good old school way, grab the rock and just carve into the ground.
Exactly. Even hopscotch. Oh my gosh, yeah. So definitely you can find something with that inner child that you can really, really
I'm gonna go to the kids you're wanting to play hopscotch with them.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, they're gonna love doing that.
Do they even know what hopscotch is?
They're gonna learn today. I think that's awesome. Hopscotch today.
Let's watch Bill play hopscotch, okay?
Yep, let's do it. I agree. So I think that kind of comes to some good movement. We'll, put some of those ideas below the video. Comment below the video if you come up with some movements that you decided to do, would like to do. We might also decide to download our movement menu. Maybe we'll give that to you guys, because it's got like over 20 different forms of movement you may or may not have already thought of.
Yes.
So maybe we'll give you guys a little taste of that we use in the practice as well, and let you choose, like, okay, which movement do I want, and just pick a new movement a day, or since it's about finding that fun and that pleasure in your body, and just say, you know what, this is the one I feel good doing every day for 5 minutes.
Yeah. And you can switch it up. Even if, even if you just want to try all of them. You know, pick one per day and then see which one it is that sets right with you and then go with it. You may end up liking all of them and, you know, doing 1 minute of this, 1 minute of that, 1 minute of this, and making a combination of it. Yeah. So, yeah. So let us know.
So let us know, guys. So
Definitely.
we thank you so much for tuning in as we talked about movement today. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you for joining us.